we learned about St. Patrick's Cathedral is that St. Patrick was not a saint in the Roman Catholic. St. Patrick's Cathedral. Where else but Ireland where they have an organ fund with a Guinness keg? Cashel of the Kings, the former capital of Munster, is said to have been the place where St. Patrick arrived here in AD 432 and converted King Angus, who then became the first Christian ruler in Ireland. According to the base of the St. Patrick's cross is in fact coronation stone, and is here, according to legend, where St. Patrick himself baptized King Angus, where it was King Angus who became the first Christian Irish king. Is the name that given to Cashel Rock, deemed by many to be the most significant historical landmark in Ireland. There's everything from the coronation stone in the 5th century to a variety of significant architectural features of the 11th and 12th century. A man and his Ireland.
Here. In 433 AD, according to the legend, the High King Lowfire, who saw this fire symbolizing Christianity from his palace at Tara, regarded it as an act of defiance to his own pagan gods. Lowfire remained a pagan, but allowed his subjects to be converted to Christianity by St. Patrick.
From the legend of Patrick, this is a historic site in Ireland for the seeds of Christianity planter, because the Druid chief permitted his followers to choose what they would have, including Christianity.
In 433 AD, the first Christian missionary to Ireland, later known as St. Patrick, led a large celebration fire here in the hill of Slane. St. Patrick, a monastery associated with St. Eric.
Slane Abbey, and forbidden from any folks to climb, and sure enough, there is Megan Ooch top. Megan, what can you see? Do you see any fires? Can you see Tara? Sure enough, off on the horizon is in fact a simulation file calling us home. our brush St. Patrick. As tradition holds, on Easter Eve, as St. Patrick, a fire is lit, which is the fire of Christianity, symbolic of the fire that he lit, which was caught by the King Antara, led to his inquisition. St. Patrick's ability to aid the king, that there should be more than one religious thought, emblematic of the shamrock. And here we are, 2 days after Easter 1999, and this is where they also had the fire.
St. Patrick visited Tara in the very early stage of his mission, say about 433, in an attempt to convert the reigning monarch, King Loghaire.
Other locations here. Over there in the foreground is in fact the hill of Slane. You can see that's the fire of St. Patrick's. Would have been from there and transmitted over here to the hill of Slane. Just Cynthia would have seen it. As for Patrick's head.
Britain, who became the patron saint of Ireland. I like to think of him as a wayward minister's son. He was 16 when he was abducted from probably the southern part of Wales and taken as a shepherd slave to Ireland, where he herded sheep for some 6 years on Slemish Mountain, which is very close to Ballymena in County Antrim. He went through and endured many hardships, and then he started to pray. He remembered his father's faith, and it was during that time that he believes God started to speak to him. God said that he should eventually go and find a ship which was ready to carry him from Ireland, and that's what he did. He decided to escape. Because of everything that had happened to Patrick while he was in Ireland, he had found his faith. So he decided that he was, from that experience, going to become a cleric himself. And eventually in his sleep one night, the angel Victoricus comes to him. He had this big bag of letters, and one of them was from the Irish. It said, Vox Hibernicus, the voice of the Irish. Dear Patrick, please come back to Ireland to save us. So Patrick decides from that moment that he must return on a mission to Ireland to save the Irish. He came to Christianize most of the northern parts of Ireland. So he came on a particular mission through a place called Dunleithglass, which eventually was changed to be called Downpatrick. And in Downpatrick he created the first church in Ireland at a place called Saw, which still survives and stands and continues to be worshipped in. And he eventually established Armagh, which is the ecclesiastical capital of Ireland and remains so to this day. The legend of the snakes is that Patrick is supposed to have banished snakes from Ireland. The truth is that Ireland hasn't had snakes for over 10,000 years, since at least the last ice age. So we think the legend of the snakes relates to the serpentine characters that you see in many of the ancient pagan stones. So Patrick was banishing the cult of particularly the fertility god Cernunnos, represented in serpentine form on the many ancient stones of Ireland. Patrick's work continues, probably in the place where he is most needed, in the northern part of Ireland. We celebrate St. Patrick in what we call the cradle of Irish Christianity, in Downpatrick, where his mission began and where he eventually came to be buried.